So good day everyone, my name is Arachel Estibay and I will be the first presenter for our topic entitled Collective Behavior and Social Movements. So let us define first what is collective behavior. Collective behavior refers to the actions of group of people in an structured situation. It often arises in response to social strains or disruptions and can take various forms such as crowds, mass behavior, and social movements. Understanding the theories and preconditions behind collective behavior is crucial for analyzing and addressing societal issues. So in simple terms, collective behavior is when a bunch of people act together in a situation that's not organized. Like when a lot of people suddenly start doing something without planning it beforehand. So for example, here in the Philippines, during a typhoon evacuation, people might form a crowd and help each other find safety without anyone telling them what to do. So understanding why and how this happens is important for dealing with problems that affect society as a whole. So let us now move on to the theories of collective behavior. So the first one is the ignorant mass theory. So it says that collective behavior is the result of uneducated, thoughtless, and impulsive behavior without understanding the reason behind it. So basically, it says that collective behavior happens when people act without really knowing or thinking much about why they're doing it. It's like when a big group of people does something without understanding why they're doing it, just following along because everyone else is. So for example, during certain protests or rallies, some people might join without fully understanding the issues at hand or the consequences of their actions, influenced by emotions or manipulated information. So this can result in chaotic situations or support for causes that are not well informed or beneficial in the long run. So second is the rational decision-making approach. So it states that collective behavior can arise from rational and intelligent decisions when organized norms do not govern collective action. It simply means that collective behavior can happen when people make smart and logical choices, even if there's no strict rule or plan in place. So it's like when a group of friends decides to help clean up a beach without being told, just because it's the right thing to do. So an example for this is during a community cleanup event. So the neighbors might come together to pick up trash and improve their surroundings because they believe it's important, even if there's no official rule telling them to do so. Third is the emergent norm perspective. So from this perspective, collective behavior is characterized by differences in expressions and emotions, guided by emergent norms and individual definitions of the situations. So this perspective says that in collective behavior, people might show different emotions or ways of acting because they're following new emerging rules that come up in the moment. So it's like when a group of students decides to organize a charity event and each person brings their own ideas and ways of doing things based on what they think is right. So the best example for this is the community event like fiesta. So the different families might prefer and share food in their own unique ways, reflecting their individual traditions and interpretations of the occasion. Last is the emotional and social contagion theory. So this theory states that individuals become highly suggestible and influenced by waves of emotion sweeping through the crowd, leading to collective behavior. So to put it simply, this theory says that people can catch feelings and behaviors from others like they catch a cold. So when a lot of people around us are feeling or acting a certain way, we might start feeling and acting the same way without even realizing it. So for example, during a sports event like a basketball game, if the crowd gets really excited and starts cheering loudly, even people who weren't that interested at first might start cheering too because they caught the excitement from the crowd. So to sum up the idea and purpose of the theories, these theories of collective behavior are crucial for us to understand as individuals and more importantly as social studies students, because these theories help us analyze how and why groups of people behave in certain ways, such as during protests, riots, or social movements. This understanding is essential for interpreting historical events and current social phenomena. Also, by studying collective behavior theories, we can better predict and manage social changes. This includes understanding how mass movements form, evolve, and influence society, which is valuable for policymakers, community leaders, and social activists. It can also help us explore how identity influences group behavior, solidarity, and collective action, providing insights into diversity, inclusion, and social cohesion. Furthermore, knowledge of collective behavior theories equips us to address societal issues effectively, whether it's understanding the root causes of social unrest or designing strategies for community engagement and conflict resolution. These theories inform meaningful interventions. Lastly, engaging with theories of collective behavior fosters critical thinking skills. We learn to evaluate different perspectives, question assumptions, and analyze complex social interactions, which are valuable skills in various professional fields, including education, public policy, advocacy, and research. Overall, knowing theories of collective behavior empowers social studies majors to comprehend, interpret, and contribute meaningfully to understanding and shaping the dynamics of human behavior within society. And to further understand more about our topic, here's Mr. Prince J.D. Mena to continue our presentation.
Good day everyone, my name is Prince J.G. Jimena and this is the continuation of our presentation. Preconditions for collective behavior. These conditions or determining factors occur in sequence so that each one creates a social environment that makes the next one possible. These are as follows. First is the structural conduciveness. Social conditions must favor collective action, such as ethnic groups with opposing value systems living together. It describes when people are aware of the problem and have the opportunity to gather, ideally in an open area. Second is the social and structural strains. Strains can arise from disruptions to the social order, long-term social change, or conflicts between societal segments. Structural strain are brought about by a gap between expectations and reality, between culturally approved goals and means to attain them. Examples, the rising prices of commodities and low wages. The third one is the generalized belief. Participants develop vague perceptions of the event or situation, intensifying tension and making the threat more imminent. This can be fostered by the press or mass media and spread by rumors. Examples, the generalized belief that there would be less of supply of sugar in the market when tension that could lead to panic buying. Fourth is the precipitating events. A dramatic episode such as an assassination confirms people's generalized belief and can trigger collective behavior. Example of this is the assassination of the Senator Benigno Ninoy Aquino on August 21, 1983, led to mass demonstration and EDSA revolution and eventually voting as of the former President Ferdinand Marcos. Next is the mobilization of participants. Leaders and public opinions mobilize people to act on their beliefs, leading to mass hysteria, protest, or violence. After the facts are in and interpreted by leaders and molders of public opinion, social movements are organized. Protest rallies and demonstrations are staged, and street violence erupts. Last one is the social control. Attempts to stop or deflect the collective behavior may only fuel the mass hysteria, making social control ineffective. With the intensity and zeal of mass actions, social control becomes ineffective. Let us now move on to the types of collective behavior. Classified collective behavior into crowds, mass, public, fashion, fad, crazes, and disaster behavior. First is the crowds, temporary collections of people, short-lived and relatively unstructured. So these are characterized by milling, anonymity, spontaneity, circular interaction, and heightened suggestibility. The second one is a mass, a diffused collectivity of people, each responding independently to the same stimulus or event, such as pilgrimage or migration. It is made up of anonymous members from all structures of society and all walks of life, who are concerned only about their individual conditions. The last one is the fashion, fads, and crazes. Fashions, it is the socially approved variations in clothing, art, and lifestyle. Fads is the passing fancies or novelties related to trivial deviations from conventional behavior. And the last one is the crazes. These are the new activities that become important in the community for a fleeting duration. So the next slide will be the types of crowds. First is the casual crowd. This is the spontaneous congregations with members coming and going, giving temporary attention to a person or object, which has aroused their interest. It involves unplanned and random gathering of people and usually lack a sense of unity. Example of this is people gathered around the display in a department store. The second one is the conventional crowd. It is a planned gathering of people at specific events behaving according to established norms. So the example of this is the audiences. The last one is the acting crowd. It is an emotionally excited and volatile collection of people focused on a controversial event that provokes indignation and a desire to act. So it focuses on people on controversial event that provokes their indignation, anger, and desire to act. And the example of this is the angry rallyists and demonstrators. So the next slide will continue to present by Ms. Ruby Laika Elka.
Good day everyone, I am Ruby Laika Elka and I will continue our discussion. So, the role of rumor in collective action. So, rumor is an unverified story that circulates from person to person and is accepted as fact although its sources may be vague or unknown. So, gossip versus rumor. Gossip involves known facts about personal affairs, while rumors typically deals with events and issues of greater importance and magnitude. So, leveling. So, as a rumor travels, it tends to grow shorter, more concise, and easier to grasp. So, with details being corrected to make the story possible. So, rumors are like juicy gossip that people share without checking if it's true. So, they often gain credibility as they spread, and even though nobody really knows where they came from. So, gossip versus rumors. So, gossip usually revolves around people details or known facts about someone's private life. Then, pass it from one person or group to another, while the rumors tend to focus on a broader events or significant issues. It often with more widespread implications, and it is sometimes true and sometimes it is not true. So, in terms or when it comes to leveling, as a rumor spreads, it becomes more easier to understand. So, the details may be altered or simplified to make the story more believable or coherent. So, even if it means sacrificing accuracy. So, public and public opinion. So, public is a dispersed group of people interested in and divided about an issue. They engage in discussion to register a collective opinion. So, this means that public refers to a broad group of people who are interested in a particular issue but they might have varying viewpoints on it. They engage in discussions and debates to voice their opinions collectively. So, let's proceed to the public opinion. So, public opinion is the collective product of the discussion and arrival of decision, and it is expected to affect the course of action of decision-making bodies. So, meaning, public opinion, it is the outcome of the discussions and debates. So, it represents the general sentiment or stance taken by the public on a specific issue. And this collective opinion is influential and can impact the decision-making process by the governments, the organizations, or other decision-making bodies. So there are divisions within the public: the interest group, the disinterest group, the pressure group, the following, and the neutral or listening public. So the interest group is the people actively engaged and invested in the issue, the advocating for a particular outcome, while the disinterest group is the individuals or group who are not actively engaged or invested in the issues. So the pressure group is the groups or individuals exerting influence to sway opinions or decision in a particular direction. So when it comes to following, it is those who are influenced by the opinions of others or certain leaders. While the neutral or listening public, it is the people or the individuals who are open to different perspective. They are usually observing the discussion without actively seeking sides, meaning they are not biased. Social movements. A social movement develops when collective behavior persists and becomes organized. It is an interrelated and co-acting unity of persons with some degree of organizational continuity, aimed to promote or resist change in the society of which it is a part. So there are four social movements: the alternative movements, redemptive movements, reformative movements, and transformative movements. So social movements are like waves that starts with individuals' ripples to discontent or passion. So as more people join in, these individual actions becomes organized, forming a collective force. So like for example, think of it as a group of people with shared vision or cause. So they are working together to push for change or resist existing norms, right? So it's like a coordinated effort where each person's actions contribute to a larger movements. So these aims are they aiming to influence or transform our society. So the alternative movements focus on achieving specific changes in individuals rather than to a broader societal shifts. So meaning these movements often target particular aspects of personal behavior or lifestyle choices. So when it comes to redemptive movements, it concentrates on individuals' transformation. It aims to complete rather than partial change, meaning these movements seek to profoundly alter individuals' beliefs, behaviors, or identity. While the reformative movements prioritize transforming society as a whole rather than focusing solely on individual change. Meaning it aimed to bring about moderate or partial alteration in the existing societal order. And these movements often advocate for specific reforms or improvements within institutions or system. So the last one is the transformative movements. So it aimed to comprehensive change in the existing social order. So unlike the reformative movements which seeks moderate or partial changes, the transformative movements strive for radical and complete transformation of societal structures, norm, and institution. So, disaster behavior. So, this type of behavior is elicited in times of disasters, calamities, such as earthquakes, like behavior observed during the events like the Baguio earthquakes, the volcanic eruptions, like the behavior observed during the events like the Mount Pinatubo eruptions, the typhoons, hurricanes or epidemics, and it combines panic, crowd, and mass behavior. So, the disaster behavior refers to the actions or reactions of the individuals or the people and the communities during the times of calamities such as I said earlier, the earthquakes, the hurricanes, or epidemics, and it encompasses various responses including panic, crowd dynamics, and mass behavior. So, in these situations, people may experience heightened emotions and may act in ways that are different from their usual behavior due to the stress and urgency of the situation because of that calamity or of that event. And this may include fleeing, seeking shelter, or assisting others in need. So let's proceed to the collective behavior. So collective behavior is a complex phenomenon that can take various forms from spontaneous crowd to organized social movement. And understanding the theories, preconditions, and type of collective behavior is crucial for analyzing and addressing societal issues as well as for promoting positive change and social progress. So, meaning, this collective behavior refers to the action and behaviors of a group of people in response to a particular situation or event. So, it can include spontaneous action like riots or organized efforts such as social movement. So, understanding this collective behavior help us to make sense of how societies responds to various challenges and opportunities to enable us to address issues and drive positive change effectively. Before I end our presentation, let me leave you this quote by Barack Obama. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. And that's all. Thank you for listening.